65 million years ago, the most powerful predator to ever walk this earth went extinct. Today, we're bringing it back and putting it against the most intelligent giant ever imagined.
Not Hollywood's version, the real science version. Bite force calculations, speed physics, primate intelligence versus apex predator instinct. Kong at 100 feet, T-Rex at its real documented maximum, 40 feet long, 9 tons of pure predatory engineering. Same environment, jungle terrain.
No weapons, no allies. Pure biology decides. Let's run the science.
Before we fight, let's understand what T-Rex actually was, because Jurassic Park lied to you. 40 feet long, 12 feet at the hip, weight up to 9 metric tons, heavier than an African elephant. Its jaws could be 4 feet long, filled with 6-inch teeth designed not to slice, but to shatter bone. Bite force exceeding 12,000 pounds, enough to pulverize bone. Great white shark bites at 4,000 pounds. T-Rex is 3 times that. Paleontologists have found Triceratops bones with healed bite wounds, evidence some victims actually survived T-Rex attacks. This predator was precise enough to wound without killing. That is terrifying control. Speed, 25 miles per hour. For a 9-ton animal, that is extraordinary. Almost as fast as the world's fastest human. And its senses, CT scans of T-Rex skulls show the regions linked to smell and vision were exceptionally large. This was a sensory specialist. Hiding from it was nearly impossible. One more thing, T-Rex's closest living relatives, birds. A 2007 study found T-Rex collagen proteins most closely match those of modern chickens. The Tyrant King lives on, in your breakfast.
2 million years as apex predator. 0 successful challengers in its documented history. This is what Kong is walking into. 68 million years of evolution. Perfected apex. Now Kong, and his most important stat isn't his size.
"100 feet, 50 tons at realistic scale, massively larger than T-Rex. But in this fight, size is the least interesting difference between them. Real gorillas have IQ equivalents of 75 to 95. They plan ahead. They reassess when plans fail. They adapt in real time. Kong, as a scaled great ape, carries this exact cognitive architecture. Grip strength, 500,000 pounds estimated from scaled gorilla musculature. A single squeeze from Kong's hand deforms structural steel. That grip, around T-Rex's neck, is a fight ender. T-Rex's arms, 2 feet long on a 40-foot body. They cannot grapple. They cannot reach Kong if he gets behind the neck. Kong's arms, his primary weapons and his greatest tool. The asymmetry here is decisive. Vertical mobility. Kong can climb, swing, reposition in 3 dimensions. T-Rex is locked to the ground. Once Kong gets above T-Rex, the fight fundamentally changes. Kong's advantages are real, but T-Rex's 2 million year record doesn't break easily. Something has to give. 2 creatures, 2 kinds of power, 1 fight. Let's find out what real biology says. Before the fight scenarios, let's look at what paleontologists have actually found about T-Rex's real anatomical vulnerabilities, because Kong's intelligence would find them. Second and third, the nasal cavity. The temporal fenestrae, openings in the skull to reduce weight. Right here, behind the eye, bone thickness drops dramatically. A precision strike to this region with sufficient force, fight ending.
T-Rex's vision was movement-based. Real predator behavior research shows large pursuit predators lose target lock when prey stops unexpectedly. Kong is smart enough to use this.
T-Rex's arms, the most vestigial limbs of any apex predator. Get onto its back, and T-Rex has no response. No reach, no grapple, no answer. This is Kong's zone. Nature has already run this experiment. Chimpanzees, our closest relatives, successfully repel leopard attacks using tools, coordination, and targeting vulnerable points, not by being stronger, by being smarter. Kong's critical weakness, mammalian metabolism. He burns energy 5 times faster than T-Rex. This fight cannot go long. Kong's intelligence must design a fast conclusion. Gorillas don't just react, they reassess mid-fight and adapt. That in-fight adaptation is Kong's final advantage. T-Rex cannot change its hunting pattern. Kong can change everything. The biology is clear. T-Rex's weapons are devastating. Its vulnerabilities are real. Kong's strategy, exploit every one of them before the stamina clock runs out. Kong watches, T-Rex hunts. The cognitive gap is already the deciding factor before a single blow is thrown. The mongoose versus the king cobra. The cobra is faster, more dangerous per strike. The mongoose watches, reads the pattern, and ends it in one move. Sound like Kong's approach? The honey badger gets behind the predator, finds the one position where size advantage disappears, targets the vulnerable point. This is exactly Kong's fight plan. The wolf pack principle: create multiple simultaneous threats that instinct-based predators cannot process. Kong alone can create this effect because his three-dimensional movement makes his attack direction unpredictable. Nature runs this experiment constantly. Smaller, smarter, faster versus bigger, stronger, slower. The intelligent organism wins more than the raw stats suggest every time.
What we know about large theropod behavior suggests highly effective but pattern-based hunting. An opponent capable of varying its approach mid-combat would present a genuinely novel challenge to T-Rex's hunting strategy.
Across documented conflicts between primates and larger predators, the intelligence factor increases primate win probability by 34% above what raw physical stats would predict. That 34% is Kong's margin.
Kong doesn't just react to what the predator is doing, he anticipates its next move. That predictive intelligence is his decisive weapon.
Every one of T-Rex's weapons has a specific counter in Kong's tactical arsenal. The biology has given Kong the tools. His intelligence knows how to use them.
Kong has finished his assessment. He knows T-Rex's pattern. He's in position. The trap is set. Now, let's run the scenarios. 3 environments, 3 different biological outcomes, starting with the hardest scenario for Kong. Scenario 1. Open field. No cover, no vertical escape. T-Rex has a clear charge line. This is the hardest scenario for Kong. T-Rex charges at 25 miles per hour, but 9 tons at that speed cannot turn quickly. Kong's primate reaction time is faster than T-Rex's turning radius. Kong climbs onto the back. Now T-Rex has no answer. No arms that reach, legs kicking the wrong direction. The positioning is complete. Scenario 2. Jungle terrain. And here, this Kong's environment. Every tree is covered. Every canopy branch is a position. The jungle is Kong's weapon before he throws a single punch. Open field, Kong wins. But barely. One kick from T-Rex landed. Kong is injured. This is the hardest scenario, and he still finds the win through intelligence and precision. Scenario 2. Jungle terrain. And here, this Kong's environment. Every tree is covered. Every canopy branch is a position. The jungle is Kong's weapon before he throws a single punch. Kong positions upwind, neutralizing T-Rex's smell. He identifies a launch platform. He has already planned 3 moves. T-Rex is still locating him. Kong drops from 60 feet, hitting him like shit. Its skull hits the ground. The fight is effectively over. Jungle scenario. Kong wins decisively. Minor injuries. The environment multiplied Kong's intelligence advantage into complete dominance. The formula holds. Scenario 3. Water. And Kong's intelligence already knows the answer here. He would not choose this fight. But science requires we run it. Waterlogged fur adds 15% to Kong weight. Climbing, impossible. 3-dimensional movement, gone. Kong's entire tactical advantage disappears in water. T-Rex loses nothing. T-Rex gets the clean bite opportunity Kong's intelligence has been denying it in every other scenario. 12 and flowers, 90 seconds, completely. Overall, Kong wins 7 out of 10 realistic fights. T-Rex wins 3, all water or completely open terrain with no cover. In their most likely natural environment, jungle, Kong wins decisively. Why Kong wins? He reads the pattern. He finds the position where T-Rex's weapons can't reach, and he targets the 3 real vulnerabilities paleontologists have documented. T-Rex deserves full respect. 68 million years without a rival. The greatest predator Earth ever produced. It just never encountered anything that thought. And Kong wins because he thought. Before, during, and after every exchange. That is the decisive biological advantage. Not strength, not size, thought.
The verdict.
Kong wins 7 out of 10 fights because he thought.
T-Rex, the greatest instinct predator in Earth history. Kong, the first opponent with cognitive advantage. Result, intelligence defeats 68 million years of apex evolution in the right environment. The real world already knows this outcome. Primate intelligence versus predator instinct. The biology is ancient, the result is consistent.
Kong and T-Rex simply play it at the largest scale imaginable.
T-Rex won every fight it ever had. For 2 million years, zero was strong. That is not defeat. That is biology meeting its greatest challenge.
Kong didn't win because he was bigger. He won because every decision was made with the outcome already planned. That's not a movie power, that's primate biology. That's what intelligence looks like in action.
Two apex predators, two different evolutionary strategies. One encounter. The one that thought wins, but the one that didn't was still magnificent.
The biology Kong represents is real. The intelligence is real. Real primates use it against larger predators every day in every jungle on Earth. Kong just does it at a different scale.
The most powerful thing Kong has was never on the outside.
T-Rex, 68 million years of perfection. Kong, the first mind it couldn't defeat. Intelligence doesn't just win fights, it changes what's possible.
If the science landed, subscribe for more. And comment your verdict below. I read every single one, especially the ones that disagree.